Brandon, like, listen, the new background, it looks great. It really looks great. It kind of ties the whole room together.
It does.
And I was gonna do my hair. Like, I wasn't even gonna wear something Packers today.
Sure.
But even though it has nothing to do with the Minnesota Vikings, my immediate reaction was to wear as much green and gold as I possibly could to counteract the purple.
What if the Packers change their colors to purple to match our show?
And then it's the greatest color that ever existed. It's easy. We here.
We'll stay here, Chicago.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is GPS. Yeah. How we doing, folks? Happy freaking fracking Friday. We've made it, and we might go, oh man, the Super Bowl is on Sunday. It's not. We still have to wait.
Got a week.
This is now the waiting game. We just gotta sit and wait for it. I didn't even realize. I was on Twitter last night, and I didn't even realize the Pro Bowl games had started.
Yeah.
Like, I really just saw that, and I saw Jalen Hurts, and I was just like, okay, I'm done now. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I hope it was good.
Pro Bowl games, the Pro Bowl it's simply ripe for just social media content. There's no reason to sit through and watch an entire dodgeball game. Like, the passing contest stuff's cool, but like, just give me the clips. I just want to see it there. Like, and it works for that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think I can fix it though. I think what I would sit down and watch is if the Pro Bowl was like American Ninja Warrior. If you had positional groups still divided.
Sure.
But it's like, okay, you got receivers, you got Stephon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb going through the Ninja Warrior course head to head. I'd watch that. I don't need to watch them do other like football-y stuff. I already know. Surprisingly, watching the Sinners like long snap through the holes was
cool.
Kind of interesting. I think they could make that more interesting.
Could they do a cornhole event with the snappers where they just have to snap it?
Yeah.
Now we're talking. We're talking. I'm just saying. Yep. We're going to talk about Cliff Kingsbury. Yes. Offensive coordinator for the Raiders.
Raiders fans like, does that mean we're getting Caleb Williams?
Yeah. I
don't think so, guys.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's an interesting move. I'll say that much. I'm curious to see, because obviously Cliff it didn't work out as a head coach, but I'm curious to see if he can kind of bring back that play calling / like offensive design that got him hired in the first place.
Yeah. I think it's
he had a 7.
Raiders fans and Broncos fans don't really realize that they are in the exact same situation. They got a coach they like coming back. Okay.
They hold a lot.
We thought we had a quarterback, but for all intents and purposes, Russell Wilson's gone. Neither one of our teams have quarterbacks. We're picking basically at identical spots, and we're both delusional. We're like, oh, I bet we could get Caleb Williams if we wanted. Like, I believe that somewhere in my soul. I'm like, there's a chance.
We got a chance to go up and get Caleb. There's a chance we can get Caleb.
I'm ready for it. Come break my heart, Kansas City. You think I care? Dude,
come on, break my heart.
I am so dead inside. I'm so AFC dead inside. You can't hurt me anymore, Kansas City. I'm already dead. Basically, if you hurt me any more, Kansas City, you're essentially a necrophiliac. Okay?
I'd watch NFL Wipeout. Yeah, but you actually just made you made it a great point by saying, I know you did. You made an excellent point by saying like the Pro Bowl, because there's been so many iterations of it. And there was times on this show where just about every time around this year, we were like, how could we fix the Pro Bowl? And they did it every single way, right?
Yeah.
They did fantasy drafts. They tried bringing in like former players. They try to, and at the end of the day, just nobody cares because there's no stakes that are attached to it.
Yeah.
And I think we have talked about all of our suggestions have been about just making it dumb fun because no one's taking it seriously. Nobody wants to get injured, and you can't blame them. Of course, the season's over. So I think you're right that it's become just for like social media clips. And that's not necessarily a bad thing unless you're trying to increase viewership like through cable.
Yeah. They did
Otherwise,
everything to try and like improve the Pro Bowl except making the game itself interesting.
Because I don't
They
think
did
you
everything
can.
around it, and then it's like, yeah, but we know nobody's
We know.
gonna try. Nobody's gonna try here.
We know.
No.
We know.
And are they gonna have which quarterback can throw the ball the farthest yet? Is that happening?
That's what I want.
Like that's all I want to see. Who's got the biggest cannon? Come
That's
on.
it. That
Come
really is
on.
the only one that. I mean, at that point too, like the Pro Bowl game shouldn't even be open to just the people who are nominated. Like if Kirk Cousins wants to show up and be like, you know what? Let's see how I'm healing, and just heave that thing to Mars. Why not? Why not?
For the like those skill things, like any quarterback who wants to come and show off their arm should be able to. And actually, the quarterback who has the weakest arm relegated out of the league.
Yeah, or they go to the Panthers. And I think the other thing, if we really want to get into the nitty gritty, we could have the winners, of previous years, or like if they're a front runner for MVP, they can pick the game. So for example, like Aaron Rodgers can show up, right? And you pit two guys together who just had surgery, and for an hour, and it's uncut, for an hour, they just listen to dolphins mating and they see who heals faster because of it.
Love it.
Like
let's watch an ACL heal in real time.
That's it. And it's just an hour. It's uncut. There's audio, but it's so low that you have to like turn your TV up all the way just to hear it. And it's never worth it. That's how you fix the Pro Bowl.
That or like even just injuries in general.
Feel better.
Like if Musk already put a chip in somebody's brain, why not just have a camera on somebody's inside there? Like if we could have watched Aaron Rodgers' Achilles heel through the course of an entire season, just a little camera in his leg, I'd watch it. It's like those like live like bird nest cams where you're waiting for like the thing to hatch.
Exactly, right? I was gonna say like Big Brother, like they had like the ongoing 24/7 feed. It could be the same exact thing. You're just like,
100%.
Got some good growth on it today. I think so. Here we go.
It's a micro centimeter of reattachment.
The speed bridge, baby. Speed bridge. All right. We want to also talk about the coaching hires because that's all done. Of course, the Commanders hiring Dan Quinn as their new head coach. Micah Parsons also came out recently and was just like, the Packers, they had an answer for everything. And I giggled a little bit on the inside. Sorry. But we're going to talk about kind of like what we thought was like the best head coaching hires. We want to talk about what playoff teams are not going to be there next season. There's a few on the list that maybe, they got close to having it all, but next season doesn't look like it. And Brandon is also going to do tap dancing. That's what's on the agenda for today's show. But first, I got to let out the Moosey because he is done. Yeah,
what?
Moosey, go upstairs.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Spring is early, baby. Spring coming early. Punxsutawney Phil. Did you see that, Brandon?
Oh, yeah. Punxsutawney.
Yeah, did you see him?
Groundhog Day.
Yes. We're gonna get spring. It's gonna be nice. Also, I never want them to ever stop Groundhog Day. Like, I never, ever, ever want them to stop. It is the most ridiculous thing.
It is. It really.
It is legitimately ridiculous. Yeah. And I mean that in the greatest possible way. It's just
I'm
like
all for traditions that make no sense.
Yeah, why not? You want to dress up in top hats and we want to go and see what a groundhog is going to say about the weather? Why not? Why not? Let's rock, baby. Let's rock.
I want to address something.
Okay.
One of the reasons we have this show is so I can clarify things, All right, Tom. I don't know. Maybe you saw me tweet this.
Oh, it's a banger.
Yeah, look at Tom. 46,000 people like this. 2,500.
Wow.
Has to be my
It's true.
craziest performing tweet. Okay. And
Yeah, is that your number one tweet that you've
it's
ever
gotta
put out?
be. Like, I don't think I've ever had a tweet go off
So
like this.
hold on. Your number one tweet is still about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they just like whatever
Perfect.
I do, they are slapping me around. So like I saw this photo a handful of times being like retweeted, and I didn't get it at first. I thought it was like the first frame of like a video clip for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, why? I was like, then I looked at it. I was like, oh yeah, Mahomes looks a little out of shape here. And so like I just like fire off this tweet, and then I wake up the next morning. I'm like, holy shit, what? But I wanted to point out, like, I'm not being serious. The amount of people who gave me advice about how physical fitness works and how Mahomes' body type doesn't affect what kind of quarterback he is
Brandon, we have to get you in front of more people, because if anybody looked at this and was like, that man is serious, they have not watched you in any capacity, in any way, shape, or form.
And like part of me felt a little bad. Like, I'm not trying to be like a fucking body shamer or something.
Saw that.
My point is, like, how many times have you and I, while we're streaming a game that's a Chiefs game, and I'm like, why can't anybody tackle Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
And it's been his entire career where he runs in a way that's elusive.
I know, sorry.
But it's not necessarily quick, and it's not necessarily fast. So like that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, and look, he's not even in perfect shape. So why can't anybody tackle him? Why can't these cornerbacks or these defensive ends who are just ripped out of their mind, who speed train, why can't they get to this man? And instead, I'm like, people are like, you obviously don't know how quarterback play works in the NFL. It's like, dear God. Anyway,
so just to be clear,
I
Mahomes.
made fun of him in my video too. I called him about 20 different names.
So instead of, digging up, you just...
Oh yeah, I went all in on it. I got more heat for this than saying Nick Bosa goes to Klan meetings. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people give that a pass, Tom. That's where the internet is. People give that a pass. But how dare you say Patrick Mahomes?
Because the internet's like,
yeah,
all right. But then you're just like, man, no one can tackle him. They're like, you piece of garbage. You piece of trash.
Yeah. It's, I'm just shocked by it sometimes. Like, I'm not, but I
cringe off, baby.
I almost cut the Nick Bosa thing like several times. I'm like, it's just funny though.
No, because it's that ongoing joke now.
Yeah, like I've wanted to talk about it too. It's like, it's one of the most messed up things like you can accuse somebody of is being like racist. And Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Anytime Nick Bosa does anything, there's like 20 dudes who are just keyed up to call him racist. And we have like no real basis of that, correct?
Where it's like, because Bosa was the one that was mentioned before about the Chiefs, and they're like, oh, like, what do you think about? I think they were asked about the left tackle, right? I think of the Chiefs, and he was like, I know they hold a lot, and then there's like you said, someone's just like he holds on to all his racist feelings, like there's just gonna be those responses. Yeah. So yeah, no, I've seen it. I will say, it is hysterical. Like that ongoing joke and the fact that it's never gone away. And it's not to a point where they're like, we're going to ruin this person's. It's just, he'll get eliminated from the playoffs and then they'll all be around a TV, like watching, it's just,
his girlfriend did tweet something racist once. One of his girlfriends. That was true. And I think it was that he was, a MAGA guy or some shit like that. And then so everybody's just like, racist.
That would be awesome. That would be great.
But from like now on, like Patrick Mahomes is going to be the out of shape quarterback in my mind, no matter what he does.
Ben, we actually talked about this the other day, and I just said, nope. I said, I'm not surprised, and nope. And then I moved on with my day. And I've talked to a few more Jets fans since that article came out. And they were like, did you deal with this stuff when he was in Green Bay? And I was like, yep. Yes, we did. Well, that's unfortunate you're going through that. We did the same thing like 2 years ago. That's all right. Because again,
think, like,
as we talked about, he wins the Super Bowl. No one cares. No one cares.
The opinion I kind of have on it is like Aaron's loyalty to certain players is a problem. And it's not a problem necessarily if he's playing and he's playing well.
Sure.
But when he gets 5 snaps in, and then the Jets are with this roster of guys who are a little bit older or whatever, and they can't keep their team afloat because of like all these little moves they had to make to appease Rodgers. And whether or not he'll ever admit to it, we know it's true. You know what I mean?
I think it's just like people would care so much less if we just like didn't blatantly lie about the stupidest things to lie about.
Yeah.
Like when we're like, there's no list. And then like we got, oh, look, there was a list. Of course that that is normal because you bring in Tom Brady, Gronk comes in. Is anybody surprised?
Yeah.
Right? Brought in Antonio Brown at the time because Tom Brady was like, yeah, we should bring him in. Vouched for him.
Tom's like, he can live with me.
Literally. So
How
like,
much I want him.
I don't think there's necessarily an issue with you going all in and going, you know what? We want to make sure that the guy that we're going all in for, he has those connections, especially with receivers, right? You know, as he starts getting acclimated to the team, the scheme, all that great stuff. But it's just there's no list. Let's just like randomly lie about this stuff. And it's just like, it doesn't make any sense, man. Just own it and just be like, we're trying to win a title. This is how we think we could do it. Cool. Done.
I will say Antonio Brown and his leader in Cracker News is actually a little entertaining.
Oh my God. I have not clicked on his Twitter page in some time. And I don't think my life has gotten any worse for that.
Look, premium crackers. That's funny. I actually retweeted these and said the Pro Bowl, the receivers and quarterbacks should have to wear those.
That's true.
Crackers, like he's just all about crackers right now. And you know what? I don't mind it. And then there's that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. You know what? You're risking a lot just free scrolling through Antonio Brown's Twitter feed. You never know. Oh, that's a great question.
Oh, rather Mahomes. Because if I succeeded, I would take a little more joy in knowing I tackled him. King Henry, it would be an honor to say. It would be more impressive to tackle Derrick Henry.
Sure.
But personally, yeah, let me tackle. I think I could tackle Mahomes. I have great form tackling.
No boop. I got you. We're going to put it with a fitty, though, from Germany. I don't understand the hate besides division rivals of the Packers, Cowboys for them. Is there a real reason for it? Okay, so hold on. Giants fan got more into the NFL. Don't understand the hate for the San Francisco Giants? Why do people hate them? I thought it's because they're like good. Or are we talking about? See,
I think the Niners, maybe. I don't know. This
San
is
Francisco,
confusing.
like why they're getting hate? Because I read that as San Francisco. Okay.
I don't know. I can't comprehend.
If you're a 49ers fan, the reason they're getting hate is because they have an insanely talented roster, like to the point where people are jealous of them. Because it's like, how do you have that many great skill players on that team? Plus, you have Brock Purdy, who people are always against anyway, just because he was drafted last and are looking for reasons to hate on him. And because the 49ers are almost always good. Like, they are a very good football team.
Yeah.
If you're talking about baseball, I got no effing idea because, yeah. Baseball.
Amon, rah, 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 rah.
This is the long one, by the way.
Oops.
Amon, rah, 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 St. Brown.
Oh,
Every now and then when we're doing too well, I just want to make sure that we
yeah.
get a
I
little
like to
chummy
test.
in here.
I test my audience every now and then.
Every day. Dude, I will say, and I really wish that if it wasn't the Packers, it was the Lions going to the Super Bowl, because I feel like wear a diaper, it's gotten some wings.
Oh, it flies.
It
flies.
does. It does.
Yeah.
Thank you for the fitting.
No, it's funny. It's like all regular season, it's okay for me to be annoyed and hate on the Chiefs.
Got destroyed by the defense.
But since the postseason started,
Good.
no room for me to hate the Chiefs anymore. Now I'm an asshole for hating them.
Yes, that's correct.
It's like a light switch.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, why don't you just get off the Chiefs for 1 second?
Mm-hmm.
What is your problem with the Chiefs? Like, do you have to ask me that? They're a division rival, and they keep winning.
They just
Of course
keep
I hate
on winning.
that.
Like, they just won a Super Bowl last year.
Like, how many times do I got to say Mahomes is great? I just don't want to see him win anymore right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't like explaining
let's go.
myself. Let's know everything I'm saying all the time and understand where it's coming from, even if it's your first episode.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's pretty important. You want
We will. What are we doing next? What are we going to do?
head coaches? Head coaches?
Let's do. Oh, yeah, because I made a tier.
You did make a tier. I don't want to have all your good work to go to waste.
And guess what? We won't be crying with this tier.
Let's do it. Do it.
Yeah, because
See, Gonzo, I don't think. See, I saw that more with like that CJ Stroud stuff. I gotta be honest, and maybe this. I watch a lot of football. I don't even think Brock Purdy is like that over the top at all about like his faith. That's never even come across my radar. Like, I came with CJ Stroud again because like NBC made that cut, but I think it's because he's like Mr. Irrelevant. Also, the 49ers locked out by trading the farm for Trey Lance, to move up and select Trey Lance, and then they just have the last guy in the draft fall to them. It's that underdog story of like, this is a cool story, and people are like, you know what else is a cool story? Tearing them down. That's what I got.
what the heck?
Yes. Uh-oh. Did the tier maker go away?
Yeah. Hold
can
on. I'm
do it.
re-uploading.
You can do it on Monday if you want.
No, I got it.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Just being janky.
Let's go. Gotta get loud for the Strouds, baby. Loud for the Strouds. Chair.
No, I've noticed his over the top religious stuff.
Would you
It doesn't
say
make me root against him, but I always find that stuff annoying.
You think it's over the top?
Yeah,
I
I've
just
seen a
haven't watched
couple
enough
of
Brock Purdy
interviews
clips.
about it. Oops, wrong one.
Because but there's a bunch of dudes who are like pretty open about their faith. Does he go like? I'm like, I don't give a crap. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's all good.
I've got personal issues with that stuff, and that's just for going to high school in Kansas, America.
No. But
when
I
your
mean,
teachers are pushing, like religious ideas, like
sure
on you, like that's like where my issues come with it. So I noticed that stuff.
But I don't think the media is like looking at that and being like, this is why we're going after this guy.
No.
Yeah.
I think most people use that as a reason to root or like a guy. The way I see it.
That's fair.
All right, here we go. I had all the categories already written.
Super Bowl.
Under. Oops,
how many categories are we gonna add?
Under radar.
Okay.
Very good.
That's true.
Solid.
I'm not gonna lie, Red Tears. Like, I'm still not gonna get Paramount Plus, but that was really well done commercial. It was well done. I appreciated it. I mean, you brought some. Creed was in it. Come on now. And Perna loves Creed. He just yeah, Perna. Did you like that commercial? I thought about you.
Oops. No, it's funny. It's great.
Whatever.
It's great that they're in touch with what was like trending throughout the course of the season too, right? With that stuff.
Yeah. So
Do I think Creed is a good band? No. Do I think they have a nice sense of humor? Yes.
Hello, my friends, we meet again. It's been a while. Yeah, I think Baker will. I think he's gonna probably get like if I had to guess, 3 to 4. I'm thinking like a 3 to 4 year deal.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be a little over $40 million a year, I would imagine.
Yeah.
like that.
I was thinking about Creed too. It's like because they came back as like it's cool to like them again.
Yeah.
And I don't like their
Take off
music.
his helmet.
I don't hate Creed. I don't like their music, but I think like to be annoyed with a band, it's harder now to do that. But you got to remember, like when Creed was popular, like you turn on the radio, they're on every time. You don't have freaking Spotify.
The options are not there.
Your choices to listen to your own music are only through like CD.
Yeah.
So, and if you're watching like MTV or whatever, like you are force fed bands like that. So I think that's why like getting annoyed by those things, they are in your face all the time. And now you can escape it easily.
Yeah, well, that's right. Because that's also something too, that all these songs that got overplayed and you're like, oh my God, I can never listen to them again. You could go back like 10, 15 years later because you haven't heard them in so long. You're like, oh, okay. Like we can do this again. Like this.
It's not fine. Like, you know, the type of music that's like absolutely like some sort of like death metal that actually like hurts your ears to listen to.
Well, it depends on what death metal you're listening to. Some death metal is badass. And it's awesome.
No, I'm saying.
Purdy got a fitty. Oh, at the 49ers. Rah, rah, rah.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, that did confuse us.
We didn't hold on. We have where are you? Where's the diaper? I don't have diaper.
Wear a diaper.
Ra 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 ra.
Wear a diaper.
Ra 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 ra.
Wear a diaper.
Ra 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 ra.
Wear a diaper.
I think my favorite part about that clip is just the way you're sitting. It's just
Oh yeah, I was just sinking lower and lower.
Yeah. But like from the first one where you're like well put together and it's kind of just like it's just looped. Then you're just like sinking deeper into the pits of hell. It's great.
That's what I call improvisation.
Proud of you. Proud of you. All right. So unemployed, I mean, that's easy, right?
I got Belichick and where's Braves?
Right there.
Yeah.
Photograph.
Oh.
How do I ask you so? What hills on to his head? We're waiting for you.
I remember
where I grew up. Sorry. My favorite one's the McDonald one.
That's your favorite hire? That's your Super Bowl hire? I think McDonald is solid.
You wouldn't put him in very good?
Oh, I guess solid should be below very good, huh?
It probably should,
There we go.
Well, is under the radar under very good?
There we go.
Now we're rocking. Solid under the radar. I like this. Okay. Now I could get... I pick up what you're throwing down.
See, here's like the question with Mike McDonald, right? It's what is he going to bring out of Geno Smith that Pete Carroll didn't? And or what are the Seahawks doing at quarterback and that offense? That's
why I'm excited about it, because I like Geno Smith. I think at the end of the day, you know, whether it's this year, whether it's in a couple years, they're going to do something at quarterback. I think that he's going to make your defense so much better, and they already have like a great foundation on offense. I think he just went to a great team, and, you know, they almost made the playoffs this year, and that's with one team winning the division and getting the number 1 seed and going to the Super Bowl, and the Rams, who were a very good team too. And they still almost made the playoffs. And they were in like this weird, they made the playoffs last year, but Yeah. I think it's a good hire for the future of the team.
The other thing too, it's like, okay, so he was a great defensive coordinator with the Ravens. And in Seattle, like you've got I feel like the talent of their defense is so much backloaded and in their secondary.
Yeah.
And the Ravens, like their secondary is good, but their talent, it felt like it's up front. Their line was great. Their linebackers, Roquan Smith, very good. So it's the strength of the defense he's going to is a little bit different. And then also the division he's going to be coaching in is different because Steelers offense, okay, I could probably game plan against that, at least for half of the season last year. Browns, quarterback injuries left and right, and eventually the Bengals. He's going to be coaching against Kyle Shanahan offenses, Sean McVay offenses, and I think that's going to be a challenge as well, especially if you don't have a quarterback that can keep up with them points-wise. That said, Ravens did a great job against the Chiefs, second half of the playoffs, but yeah, I mean, you could almost say he's like the under-the-radar hire too, because I didn't know who the fuck he was until like 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
I got you. I think the way I'm looking at it, and maybe this is like a conference thing. I'm curious your take on this. By the way, Weezer's solid. It's just not like my favorite band.
Weezer was the Blue album and Pinkerton, so good. I've been to a Weezer concert, no effects, when I was skateboarding, getting into punk.
That's why I knew he listened to Weezer. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What I was gonna say is, I feel like the AFC features, and maybe this isn't a conference thing, and I'm just making it a conference thing, features more of like the smash mouth kind of defense that we're used to. Not saying that's never existed in the NFC, right? Because you have the Legion of Boom, like the 49ers defense is good, like the Cowboys defense at times great. But I feel if they can bring that kind of Legion of Boom-esque play back, and McDonald can like even capture a little bit of what they had on the Ravens defense, that can give them the competitive advantage against the teams you're talking about, because it seems like those defenses in the NFC don't really exist a ton, or at least when they do, they're not as consistent as like some of those AFC North teams. You look at some of the best teams, like that's where the good defenses usually are, right? Because they play smash mouth football up there. So even with the 49ers, like we talked about, like, oh, like, yeah, they're good. You know, their secondary could definitely be better, but not really like the most smash mouth, I would say. Lions, they have glimpses of it. Cowboys, they have glimpses of it.
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I feel like that, if that identity can transfer over to Seattle, I think that's going to give them a leg up. Like bringing back a true great defense.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's going to be tough. Truly great defenses too. I think their windows are shorter. Like you talk about, like, okay, say the Bills. The Bills Super Bowl window is technically, in my opinion, open as long as Josh Allen is there. You got an elite defense.
There you go.
That's like 2 years before play starts to fall off from certain guys. They opposing coordinators know how to scheme against it. Or you lose guys via free agency and maybe you don't draft well to replace them. The Ravens have been very good at replacing defensive talent. And I think that's like one thing you can say about Mike McDonald. Also, Legion of Boom, if Mike's there, I think if their defense is really good, we call them the Big Mac defense, Tom. They're the Big Macs. They're the Big Macs.
I got distracted. I love this chat so much because I said Smash Mouth and people just started singing All Star in the chat. And then there's like a music chat going on. It makes me so happy because everybody feels it too. Because I feel like after those games on Sunday ended, we were like, all right, like, we're good now. Like we're rocking.
We survived another season.
We did it. We did it. And the Chiefs and 49ers fans are like, wait, we still gotta play. We're just like, it's all right. We're moving on. We're moving
People
on.
would be excited if the Lions were in it. They would be hyped up for the Super Bowl week, the week leading up to it, but they're not. Like, the drop off in interest is significant, and it will be until game day.
It will be until morale improves. I think this actually, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Rams Bengals Super Bowl, but then there was like the Bengals of like, oh, okay, like they're the underdog, like they're cool to root for and stuff. This game is just like, obviously 49ers fans are rooting for them, but then I think it's just, people just don't want to see it again. That's it.
All right.
Okay, you pick, because I like McDonald a lot.
I'm gonna go. Don't know. Canales.
I like
and
that.
it has less to do with him than the situation he's going to. Also, Canales, is he the hottest head coach in the league?
Whoa, bro.
He is a good-looking man.
Get the hell out of here. When Matt LaFleur exists,
dude, if you put Matt LaFleur next to him, people be like, who's that little boy next to that stunning man?
All right, you know what?
Who's that child next to that chisel-jawed, perfect eyebrowed man?
Bro, are you talking about perfect eyebrows and trying to say that Matt LaFleur does not have the most perfect eyebrows in the league?
He's a number 2. Dave Canales, officially the hottest coach in the league.
I mean, he's a good-looking dude. Now,
look up his pictures. I didn't realize it until this morning.
I'm pulling up a side-by-side, all right?
I was like,
I'm not gonna find
Mad Men reboot? He's the new Don Draper. Easy.
Oh, boy. All right, hold on.
Hot.
Let's get Matt
Hot.
LaFleur. We're gonna get it.
Let me put it this way, Tom. Is he the most fuckable head coach in the league?
I don't know if he's gonna win any football games, but man, that guy.
My wife likes watching the Carolina Panthers. Now. He's a kilf. He's a kilf.
All right, here we go. Look at this. I got an action shot too. What are we doing this?
LaFleur's not bad looking, but next to Canales.
Okay. Canales is a good looking dude, right?
That's not a good photo of him.
How is that not a good photo? I thought that was a good photo.
That's okay.
Can we also talk about that guy's hairline is impeccable. There's no hair loss coming out of there at all.
Let me give you.
I think that, and then I got the action shot. Right? And then we got the action shot. Look at that.
Yeah, that does not help Matt LaFleur.
Why? Look at the concentration. First of all, the eyebrows, they are sculpted to perfection.
No.
All right?
Look, he's fine. He's fine looking.
Yeah, that's right. He's fine. That's right. I agree. I think this is a good picture of him. Just saying. Right? Thank you. That's what. Look at the flick. Look.
Let me give you.
Look at the motion, right? Look at the velocity of the challenge flag going flying through the air, soaring, some would say.
And I do not want any of the women's opinions on this who might be watching. I only want to hear from the men. This is a man-only debate.
You're like, we're gatekeeping because we need to decide. Wait, whoa.
Now we're talking.
That's the picture you say
now
is
we're
better?
talking. Look at that guy.
No.
Look at that guy.
Oh, bro, you're saying that's better than the picture that I pulled up? Get out of here. Bro.
Look at that guy.
There's no way. He looks so different in that picture.
Looks more manly.
See, I think it's this one. I think he looks good in this picture.
Now, this one looks like, oh, I need to build a fence in my backyard. This guy can help me. And the more he sweats, the better he's going to look doing it. This guy, it's like, oh, can I see your ID before you purchase this liquor, sir? I need to see that you're actually 21 years of age.
I do. This guy looks like he is your picture looks like he is the villain of like the Mighty Ducks 2. He's like the coach of the opposite side.
Hot.
Like he's the guy who's like coaching up the Soviets in Miracle. Right? Like, I'm not saying they look alike. We'll see where I'm just saying.
Either way.
You know what? We will do this. We will, if you want to have that tier list, that's a different episode. We can we do a March Madness bracket?
of hottest head coach?
Yes.
Oh, easy.
Yes. Sorry, like that. I love brackets. Like I love brackets. I don't even really watch March Madness a ton, but I like it because of the brackets.
And I actually want Chiefs fans to show up for this bracket.
You better be voting for Andy Reid.
You better.
You better.
He's a damn saint.
It's true, Savers. It's true.
Anytime the Chiefs succeed, in the back of my mind, I go, well, at least I like it for Andy Reid.
Yeah.
At least I like it for Andy Reid.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. We needed a palate cleanser. We needed a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the tier list. Let's go back to the tier list. Just saying. Ooh, everyone wins. Everybody.
All right.
We gotta do a jump scare. Sorry. I don't know how we went from ranking coaches. Oh wait, no, I do, because Perna said it.
I said he's a
You said, is he the most
dude.
attractive head coach? Which is obviously gonna start an argument.
Well, I mean, I didn't think it would.
I didn't think it would.
It's just that's a genuine observation. I was like, I need some photos for all these coaches. Like, oh yeah, Canal is a pretty good looking guy. All right.
All right, but yes, I've talked about this too. Again, work he's done with Gino, work he's done with oh my God. Baker, thank you. Baker Mayfield, I think that he could be an interesting pick for Carolina. I agree. Wouldn't be able to identify him?
See? You don't even know who that one is.
The boxes are so small. The diameter of a Pringle can is way too small. Yeah, I got no idea who the hell that is.
That's Callahan.
Is that Callahan?
That worked out way better than I thought it was going to. Sorry, Titans fans. He coaches the Titans, right?
Oh man. I did not. That worked out perfectly.
I saw Greg Olson's Fireball commercial. And honestly, I'm sending him a cease and desist letter. Because he was talking about getting effed by the refs in that Fireball commercial.
Yep.
I said, that's mine.
Diameter of a
All right, so nobody knows who Brian Callahan... That's Brian Callahan, right? Yeah,
right.
Brian Callahan. Okay, 100%. And he
Gotcha.
was on the Broncos roster for a bit.
You still didn't recognize.
Still don't know who the hell that guy is.
I mean, we'll put him on the bracket. I just don't think he's going to go very far.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. I think solid is going to be Pierce.
Fair.
Right? I think solid is going to be Pierce because I think while obviously the players really wanted him and I think it was the right move, they still have to rebuild that offense. The defense is good. I think it's going to be good. I think it just might be a hot second until like the Raiders are going to be like super duper competitive.
Sure.
But it all depends. If they go and get their quarterback and they strike gold on that, then they can be competitive this season.
Yeah. No, they need something. They need a QB.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Raheem Morris is the under the radar guy.
Listen, we all go through different phases of our lives, you know? That's it.
I think Morris under the radar.
I agree completely with that.
I think like we've attached like Dan Quinn. He's gotten the label as the players coach, that players love him.
Yeah.
But I think players like Raheem Morris more. And also they both have Falcons backgrounds. This photo with Raheem Morris is when he was with the Falcons the first time.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm going to derail this entire show because I want you to answer this question.
Sure. Ooh. I do. I think he is a good lover. One, I think Giselle wore the pants in that relationship. So you kind of have to be a good lover. Also, his attention to detail and the
Where's
prep he put
pants?
into football, like I feel like he's gonna give a good effort. Like he's gonna try. He's good. Yeah.
Is he gonna scheme for it? Like, is
He
there gonna be a
might.
game? Is there gonna be like a game plan going? He's like, all right, these are the first 3 plays that I'm gonna call.
Yeah. I feel like his lover attacks his weakness though.
Oh, okay. So sends the blitz.
Yeah.
Get
Sends the
pressure on him.
blitz. It's like, oh God, I got to overcome the blitz again.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's a good lover.
Okay. I just want to know.
Trying to think who wouldn't be. Which quarterback wouldn't be a good lover? Jay Cutler, 100%, probably not a good lover.
All he did was smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Why are you doing this before?
I also love how we don't have enough tiers.
Well, I didn't say one guy had to be on each one.
Got it. Okay.
Dan Quinn? Don't know.
Dan Quinn's an I don't know. I would have felt more comfortable about it if I didn't watch my team absolutely decimate his defense.
I think I'm going to put Mayo as very good because
I would agree.
I think the Patriots had a plan and they didn't hesitate. Kraft identified like that Mayo was going to be the guy to replace Belichick. And even just the decision to move on from Belichick at this moment and then seeing nobody else, seeing that Belichick's unemployed, and the thing that can really make Mayo look good is if the Patriots just hit on their quarterback in this draft. Like, he can get an upgrade on that offense right away and create an environment in New England that guys want to play for and in.
It's accurate.
Damn right we will.
Damn right. And yes.
I think that's a very good hire, Mayo.
I do too. And again, I've been saying this ever since they brought in Mayo, that it's going to be up to like what they do at GM too. Like that is going to make a significant difference because they haven't really had a good GM in a hot second for draft.
Yeah, did they?
Excuse me, this is the operator, Captain Over. I have an emergency call for you on line 5 from a Mr. Ham.
All right, give me Ham on 5. Hold the mail.
I had to. I'm sorry. I don't care.
And
if
then,
it's too
yeah.
long.
Actually, before I officially do it.
Hey, happy freaking fracking birthday, Preston. Let's go. Let's go.
Huge news, guys. Huge news over at Underdog Fantasy. The state of Colorado is now in the Pick'ems Champions tournaments. What does that mean? I'm going to show you. Yeah. Now I don't like him.
Gotta catch them all, baby.
Was fine with him, and now seeing him like that.
Got you.
I mean, stop screaming.
Gobble gobble turkey. You know?
What is gobble gobble turkey?
Just gobble 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 turkey from Jive Turkey Gobblers, you know? It's
Gobble gobble.
Bam.
Disclaimed.
What do you see here, Tom?
I see you picking higher on everything.
Okay, look a little more closely.
You're saying, oh God.
What do you see?
Scroll down. Okay. I just saw the top 3.
Look at what I'm able to pick now.
Oh, you could actually do yards.
Yes.
I just see. So the disclaimer was blocking Deebo Samuel. I was like, did you just pick white dudes? And that was the first. That was like, can you scroll down, please? And that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Doing all white one, I'm going lower on every one of those mother truckers.
We'll bring back the debate.
Yeah.
Was that a month ago?
Yeah. This is huge. Colorado, the Pick'em Championship game also live in Tennessee now. The Champions game, you just have to have the most correct picks in your Champions pool. If you have the most, you win your share of the overall prize there. But I was like, before our guy at Underdog emailed me about the update, I went into Underdog, and sometimes through the course of this season, it would give me stat totals, and I'd have to refresh the browser, and then it would give me the fantasy.
Yeah.
And I kept refreshing, and I'm like, they're not going away. Wait, can I actually make these picks? And yes, I can in the state of Colorado.
Look at you.
I got passing yards. I got receiving yards, rushing yards. So here's my all higher picks. Mahomes 261. I think he goes maybe higher. But hell yeah! So this is exciting. I feel like my win, my ability to win, Tom. I don't know if it's good, but it's better.
It's not good.
It's better. I was at the bottom. Now I'm like, hey,
now we're here.
Maybe I'll win 1 in every 3, 10, 20. All of those are improvements, by the way.
Happy birthday to your brother. Also, the Vikings suck.
Yeah. So those are the pick'em games, picking stat totals, what have you. Use our code GPS if you're going to play Underdog Fantasy. Link in the description. Do it responsibly. Do it within your means. But I am excited about having those options now. Whole new world opened up to me.
That's right, Jordan. That's right. It's a great question, Jordan. Great first name, Jordan. It's true. It's true.
Probably because his surge came late, would be my guess.
All right,
back to the tier.
We haven't even done the title of the show.
Oh my God, you're right. I guess we'll just change it after.
Oh God. All right. So back to the tier list.
Well, it's pretty simple. I actually think Jim Harbaugh. I'm not saying the Chargers can win a Super Bowl, but I think you can get them there.
All right, so that's a legit question. You think within the next 5 years?
Yes. I think in 2025, we'll be looking at the Chargers in December, and we'll say, damn, that team is really good. They've got a shot to do it. I don't know about next year.
Yeah, I don't know about this season, but
it's always tough. First year, the head coach, there's a lot of things you're kind of figuring out along the way.
Got to do some housekeeping.
They got to shape that roster.
Yep.
But he's got Justin Herbert. And I like to I like to poke fun at Herbert, but he's a good quarterback. And he's finally getting a coach who I think is going to maximize his potential. Staley didn't do it. You could even argue maybe Anthony Lynn was a little better at it, but I think it was a great hire for the Chargers. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, indeed.
Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, I think ultimately, it's such a big move for the franchise that it's going to be fully his team. Yes. I think it's going to go well. I think within 3 years, they're competing for a Super Bowl. They could make the playoffs maybe this year, or they're going to get close. Next year, I think playoff run and then potential if it goes well.
He's literally the only coach on this list that has a really good quarterback right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to knock on Geno. I think Geno Smith's solid. I just don't know what the Seahawks plan is there. And some of these guys might be able to draft that guy, right? The next dude.
Yes.
Which could change this list quite a bit, but boom.
I agree.
You want to talk about the other thing, or should we just save that for another episode and then we can change our titles after?
Yeah, we'll just change the title because we're gonna rush through it in 5 minutes and just be because we need something to talk about on Monday.
Yeah, we're only alienating our live viewers at this moment.
But we gave them Creed. We gave them and they were the first ones to see that we're gonna do a hot coach bracket.
Hot coach bracket.
Hot coach bracket. It's gonna be a hot coach summer, even though we're gonna do it next month. So
yeah,
that is accurate. Oh, the clips are gonna be great. The clips are gonna be so good.
Oh my God, give us so many clips.
It's gonna be so good.
I hope he just gets weirder every year. I hope he gets weirder the more successful he gets.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Just
the Raiders, they got a weird roster of dudes coming in. You got Telesco over there. You got Marvin Lewis coming.
Yeah.
There's some chirps about Hugh Jackson possibly.
Mm-hmm.
See if it works out, Raiders.
That's it. Everybody's going to know, what everybody looks like now.
Oh, 100%. I'll put in Canales. Easy.
Someone was asking, and they were like, "How do I learn the game better?" This is how. This is how. We do a hot coach bracket. The entire audience is going to be able to recognize everybody after that. Everybody. Because we do that every year, right? When it's like the owners meeting and they bring out like all the coaches and like the GMs and stuff. And we look at the picture like, all right, who's that? Like, all right, let's see if we can identify every single person there. So.
Oh, yeah. One more thing before we leave. And I'm sure you've seen this.
Oh.
Hold on. Efforting.
Hold on to the night.
Should have been lost, she died, could do, yeah. Oh, man, now I'm not going to be able to find it. Where the hell is it?
Come on, man. What are we doing?
Oh, there
this
it is.
Background, shout out to Nick. This background does look really good, though.
Yeah, Nick Kovac.
Absolutely
made this for us.
Oh, my God.
This is the most hilarious. This is the best picture I've ever seen of NFL head coaches. Yes, I believe the Packers are a cult now, but
yeah,
dude, for clickbait, we just got to show up in unison like this at least one time. You got Holmgren in the middle there. You got John Gruden up top. You got Andy Reid looking like he could actually possibly come in top 3 in hot coaches.
Dude, this is. So you see the third guy in the front row, the guy who's like the second from the right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how I would look in that color. He almost looks invisible. Like, that's how I would look if I wore like the creamsicle. It's not even creamsicle. That's just cream.
You got Mooch up there. You got Steve Mariucci up there.
What year was that picture taken?
I don't know. I made a reference about Mike Holmgren, like Shanahan beating Holmgren, stopping the Holmgren coaching tree, and Andy Reid coming from that tree.
Right.
I wrote that, and then I shot it, and then I'm at that part and I'm editing it. I'm like, I need to double check and make sure Andy Reid did come from the Mike Holmgren coaching tree. It's like one of those things. I was like, is that true? And so I just searched up in Google Holmgren coaching tree, and then that picture magically appeared before my face, and I was like, oh my God.
And your life got better the day.
I was like, this is one of the best NFL photos you'll ever see.
It's true. It's true. Perna, what do you got coming out today, buddy?
I think a short or two, some Super Bowl shorts.
Nice.
But go check out both of our Super Bowl prediction videos.
Hey. There you go. Yeah, I Q&A tonight. I am running around all the errands today to try and get ready for next week. So I don't think there'll be a video today, but yeah, don't you worry. Q&A tonight, 7:30 p.m. Real rock.
Yeah, this is the first time, not for you, but I feel like I can breathe a little bit. But I'm trying to get off that, oh my God, I need to be making a video about something.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's not.
Yeah, because there's plenty of stuff I could do because I have team reactions that I need to do for the season.
You got a plan.
And I got to do stuff for when I'm gone. But yeah, it's weird because I also feel like especially after this weekend, it was just like go, 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 go. And then after Monday, I was just like, it's a little bit of a relief. A little bit. We're going to rock. Oh,
I'm excited to see like your photos and videos you guys post when you're up in Vegas.
Oh, we gonna make content.
It's gonna be cool.
We gonna make some content. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Let's go.
Where are you staying? Can you say that?
I'm staying at 2 different places. So
tell me after the show.
Yeah, I'm staying at 2 different. Just because I'm getting there early, and then I get moved because of the NFL.
Are you on the Strip?
I think. I don't know. Dude, I've been to Vegas one time and it's for 30 and 30, and I left the hotel room twice. So
this is my favorite thing about Las Vegas is everything looks like it's pretty close, and you got to walk to all those places.
Yeah.
None of them are close. Everything is I've been walking for 30 minutes now, and I think I'm almost at the spot I need to be. You're gonna be your legs are gonna be in shape.
All right. Let's go, baby. Well, folks, we appreciate the heck out of you for joining. It's always a pleasure. We'll be back on Monday. No Wednesday GPS next week, just because I'll be in Vegas Friday. I'm going to try to make work, but we'll definitely be doing Monday.
Hell
Might have
yeah.
a shorter one on Friday. But,
Yeah,
folks.
if something comes up, we'll figure it out.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
And you've reached your Dave Canales.